take you on page 35. Okay, sir. It's me, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, page 35, a payment voucher. Do you see that, sir? Page 35. Accountant,
Yes, sir.
are you with me?
I am, sir.
Okay. I observe you did not charge for the stamp duty 1%. Okay. You did not charge the 1% stamp duty, which is about 476,761. Let's continue. Then on page 36, you charge the 1%. That is good. Then let's go to page 38. 38 of your submission, sir. Yes. A payment voucher. Do you see that one?
Yes.
Again, is it a duplication of the same payment, or if it is not a duplication of the same payment, then you did not charge again the stamp duty of 1%. 400, I'm coming, sir. Let me learn. You will answer me. You will answer me. 476,761. Let's go to page 68. Page 68. Again, 1% withholding tax was not deducted. 144,231. Are you with me? Yes, sir. Okay. The next page, sir, 69. 1% withholding stamp duty was not deducted. 817,307.60 kobo. Do I continue, sir? Yes, sir. Go to page 97. 97. Non-deduction of 1% stamp duty, 171, 112. So if you look at the total amount of the 1% and you see the figures, don't you think it's a huge money that the government is losing? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Honorable members of the committee, all the points that have been raised have been well taken note of. And I want to say that it would be very, very out of place to consciously and deliberately pay out government money to any person consciously just to pay the money out. And just as those issues have come, I've taken note of it and to make sure that those records are reconciled. And I want to say something about the payments. What I want to say about the payments is that, one, the payment to the contractor is not a payment that was done once and for all. At every point in time that deduction for tax was to be done, whether it was for withholding tax or whether it was for 1% stamp duty, it was duly done. Now, there is a situation that if you have already made a deduction on a payment that is a balance of the payment that you have already done, and tax have been already provided for, you will not go ahead and still deduct the tax again. And it can only be at such time that there will not be a deduction, but not a deliberate case of not deducting tax.
No, don't worry now. The very simple solution is to reference the page where you have the evidence of such deduction. That's all you need to do. On my document, if you go to page so, you will see the evidence that the stamp duty, withholding tax, VAT where applicable has been deducted. That's all you need to do. You don't need to stress yourself. So just reference the page evidencing the deduction, these statutory deductions. That's all.
So, Mr. Chairman, what I want to say in line with that is that for each of those points that were raised, which I have noted, what I will do is that I will have to furnish the House, the committee, with each of those.
So you don't have the supporting document as we speak? You don't have the supporting document as we speak?
Director of Finance.
Just a moment, Honorable. Honorable, just a moment, please. You don't have those documents here with you?
They are not here at this point. So I've noted them and I'll get.
You can't, well, Honorable Yampa, yes.
Mr. Chairman, I don't want us to sit here and the Director of Finance will mislead the whole Parliament. He's saying that he has cured the deduction of tax in other payment vouchers. Why do you separate by giving us withholding tax on a particular payment voucher and you suspend taking stamp duty to another payment voucher? That is so misleading. That is so misleading, DFS. And mind you, you are under our oath.
Yes, sir.
And I think you should be guided. The
Yes,
implication of laying under our oath.
Yes, sir.
So I think it's better you take your time to properly address or remain silent.
Okay.
Otherwise, you say the deduction is on another page, which here you are showing you took 5%.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Please.
Thank you for that. Sorry, sir. Sir?
Director of Finance.
Sir?
The next question I want to ask you is, are you just seeing this document for the first time? Sir, you are on oath. Are you just seeing this document for the first time? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You are just seeing it for the first time. Mr. Chairman, I think I may want to go the route of Honorable Yampa. This is Director of Finance. The man that is supposed to pull this document together. He's telling us he's just seeing this document for the first time. I think I'm going to move a motion, Mr. Chairman, that this institution, if they want to go back, that will be with your leave, Mr. Chairman, and get us what we need. But I would not want to go that route either. I will want him, he's on oath. Let him agree to every single thing here or not. Then we are going to either clear you on it or we indict you on it. Because if I say go back and get us the relevant document, it shows that you really don't have any other thing to show to us.
Thank you,
as the Director of Finance.
Thank you, Honorable. So, Director of Finance,
Sir?
you are just seeing this document for the first time. So who prepared the document for the institution? Is it the medical director himself? Medical director, why did you prepare a document without carrying along your Director of Finance? And these are financial documents. Use the microphone.
Mr. Chairman, sir, there is no way I would have possibly prepared these documents because the vouchers are not in my custody, sir.
But are you also seeing this document for the first time, Medical Director?
No, sir.
Okay, so you were privy to the preparation of the document.
Yes, sir.
So which officer of the institution did you authorize to prepare it? Your personal assistant? Who did you authorize?
The document was put together by the head of procurement and the director of finance and accounting.
The head of procurement and director of finance prepared this document, but the director of finance is saying he's just seen the document for the first time. So which one do we pick? Who do we believe now? Director of finance, your CMD said you prepared this document in conjunction with the head of procurement.
Mr. Chairman, I own the document.
Eh?
I own the document. I'm the Director of Finance. And I want to say conscientiously,
You take responsibility for the document.
I take full responsibility.
But you are seeing it for the first time.
I take responsibility for the document. I take responsibility for the document.
Even though you are seeing it for the first time.
I take responsibility for the document. There are documents from my hospital, a document from my department, and I take responsibility, full responsibility for it, and to make sure that every outstanding issue on the document is going to be taken care of. I'm
Because-
sorry for wasting your time.
Okay, yeah, you are a very loyal civil servant, and it's very good. The only problem here is that such kind of loyalty at times can lead you to where you don't want to go.
Elaine.
Answer. Hello, yeah.
I'm listening.
No, you wanted to say something. Say it.
No, I've finished what I wanted to say.
No, you didn't. I didn't hear you. Say it again.
I
I
said
said
yes, sir.
taking such a position can lead you to where you do not want to go, and you said something, and I want you to repeat it.
I said yes, sir.
Okay, that's fantastic. So yes means you are ready to take full responsibility for whatever the consequences are.
And make sure that every issue that has been raised is resolved. In line with making provision of all the documents that are needed.
There are consequences for these infractions,
Yes, sir.
and you will bear those full consequences. In fact, you may be one of the very best examples of what we are going to do through this committee, and I like your courage very, very well. And I want us to please take very, very good note of that, because number one, there are evidences that you overpaid contractors. The Financial Regulation of Nigeria 2009 and other extant laws have consequences for such. We're going to apply that to you as a person for being the officer that authorized that payment. And then if eventually it's also proven that your deductions fell short of the standard, the required deductions, you also take the consequences for that, and we're going to apply them to you in person, and I want all that to be on record. Any other infraction noticed in the course of this investigation in your documentation and presentation, we will make sure, and nothing will change this, nothing will change it. Director of Finance, do your vouchers have serial number?
Yeah.
They have. Read out the serial number on the document in contention. Page 35 and 38, I learned. 35 and 38. Can the media please look for that document on their soft copy and project for us?
FMC was 654. 654 2021.
654
2021.
2021.
The other one 654 2021. Yes.
Yes, that supports his claim. That is just that they made a mistake of photocopying it twice. And we need to establish that. If that is established, the next issue he identified there is the non-deduction of a 1% stamp duty. So answer that. That on that voucher, you did not make a deduction of your 1% stamp duty. So answer that. Yes, we have established that that was just an error of photocopy. So what happened? Why didn't you deduct the statutory 1% stamp duty on this transaction?
Mr. Chairman, the deduction is not was not done there.
Deduction was not done.
The deduction is not done there on that PV. The deduction is not there on that PV.
Under?
It's not there.
1% stamp duty was not deducted.
It's not deducted.
Let's have simple English now.
Yes.
You say it's not done. You didn't deduct 1% stamp duty.
It's not deducted.
Okay, so please note that, and then so that we can apply the necessary sanctions. Auditor General. What is the Accountant General? I think it's Auditor General. You are the one that know all the rules. So be checking all these infractions for us and the necessary sanctions.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman.
What's your threshold? No salutation.
For goods, 100 million for goods.
Say what?
Less than 100 million for goods.
Don't say less. For what? For what?
For goods.
For goods.
Supplies.
For supplies.
For suppliers.
Yes.
Now, construction. What are construction?
The former or the before it was
At the time of the award of this
50.
contract, 2021,
250 million.
250 million?
Yes.
was whose approval?
Tenders board approval. For
Which of the
construction.
tenders board?
Your agency tender board?
TV.
Parastatal tenders board.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let the BP confirm that.
That's
Because what I know,
that's not even true.
yeah, no, what I know is
250
that,
million?
yeah, what I know is that at that period, your threshold is only 50 million. That threshold was moved up last year. But at that period of your sitting, your threshold was 50 million. The threshold of ministerial tender board was 250 million or 300 million. So now you have approved 145 million here. I've seen one, 60 million, 57 million, 121 million. These are above your thresholds. DFA, do you understand what I'm saying? Procurement. You should know this thing better.
Yes. I know.
So you can't come. You can't
Just an addendum, Honorable.
Yes.
The information I have here is that for Parastatal tenders board, as at that time, was anything less than 100 million. So your approval limit then for Parastatal tenders board was less than 100 million.
That's not capital. That's not capital. Check it.
No, that's for goods,
I'm
for
talking of
supplies.
No, this construction is not goods. It's construction.
Yeah, but construction is even higher. Construction is higher than supplies. Yes. Now we have spent a lot of time on this Yenagua, but let me ask you, please, and I think I should direct it to the accountant, because apparently on these contracts that you awarded, did you pay mobilization fee on any of those contracts?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we did.
You paid mobilization fee?
Yes.
Of what percent?
15%.
15% on all the contract or on some?
No, 15%.
On all. 15% on each of the contracts.
Each of the contract that the law says 15%.
Okay, so what kind of what kind of guarantee were you provided with?
Bank guarantee.
Bank guarantee?
Yes.
Do you have the bank guarantees with you here?
Okay. We will furnish the.
Each of them provided you with a bank guarantee?
All of them did.
Okay, you have to supply with copies of the bank guarantee that you were given for each of the contractors.
Chairman, we will do that.
Very, very, very important. Honorable Maruf Adebayo, please, we want to move forward.
Mr. Chairman.
Go away from Yenagua to some other part of
Honorable
Nigeria.
colleagues. I'm Honorable Adewale Maruf Adebayo from Osun State. Mr. Chairman, based on the question asked by my able honorable, the reason why I want to suggest, or with your leave and the leave of the entire committee, to move a motion to invite the outgone medical director to come and tell this August committee why he refused to hand over accordingly, properly, to the new chief medical director.
Yeah, Honorable, I think that motion, okay, move the motion properly and let's see if the committee feels it is necessary, then we can carry it. Hi, hello, sir. Who is the person? What's his name? Your predecessor? Use the microphone always.
Sorry, sir. It's Professor Dennis Oju Alagwa. From the last information I have, he has gone abroad for a sabbatical.
Professor Dennis
Oju Alagwa.
Oju Alagwa. It doesn't matter where it doesn't matter wherever he is. He's alive. Thank God he's alive. Yeah, that's the most important thing. So you can please go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues, I, Honorable Adewale Maruf Adebayo, I move that the outgone Chief Medical Director of Yenagua needs to appear before this August committee to come and state the reason why he refused to hand over properly, accordingly, to the new Chief Medical Director. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Is there any seconder to this motion, please? Yes, Honorable.
My name is Honorable Umar Ajilo. I'm from Kaduna State. I here to second the motions heavily moved by my dear brother and colleague. I so second, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Those in favor of the motion as moved, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The former Chief Medical Director, Federal Medical Center, Yenagua, is hereby invited to appear before this honorable committee to answer questions bordering on non-proper transition, as well as expenditure incurred during his tenure as the medical director of this institution. So we have asked you to provide the bank guarantee or insurance, whichever one was provided for you for any of this contract. Federal Medical Center Yenagua, apparently you can also tell that these issues are less than even 5% resolved. So you need to take a new date so that you can come back with further documentations. And Auditor General, please don't forget, the committee has asked you the infractions that they have confirmed, the instructions that have been established. Let us know what the rule says about the penalties for them so that we can pass them as a resolution of this committee concerning the Director of Finance of Federal Medical Center, Yenagua. Thank you very much.